So I recently came across a new VRChat client called Citra client. Now this is a beta. They're going to be adding new features pretty soon here. This is just kind of a sneak peek of the client so far. And before I dig into the features, I do want to mention, I do get a lot of people that ask which avatar that I use in my videos. And for this video, I'm in Simon's new male avatar that you can find on Gumroad. I will have the link in the description where you can buy the avatar. It has a bunch of toggles and all that. Um, but so for the client, if you open up your quick menu here, they have their load menu, which loads their custom UI. Now, default, they have it where you have to manually select it, because if you have a client that may already mess with the UI, this is just kind of like a compatibility thing, so you can run it with almost any client. But none of my clients interfere with it, so I'm going to go ahead and click load menu. Now you can see their custom UI here, and basically, it just shrinks down all the buttons. You know, they have their custom background, and then this is your debug log. For the client buttons, for all the features, you're going to want to click on Citra down here, this little icon. So I'm going to select that. Now we have the world button right here, which allows you to do all these things here. You can optimize, you can beautify mirrors, you could just basically normalize the mirror. This is a melon loader mirror, so it won't affect it. I could go ahead and show you guys over here on the world mirror. So you can open it back up, go to world. You know, you could basically force it, because a lot of worlds, they don't have a lot of worlds just have a mirror button, and they don't have like high quality or low quality, so that's just kind of like a nice little toggle that they have in there. And then also, if you go to movement, you have all of these features here for your movement tab. They don't have anything in options quite yet. Like I said, they're adding more features to the client. The one that I like is infinite jump. This is my favorite one, because you could just basically keep jumping. You don't even really need fly when you could do that. I'm gonna turn that back off. If you go to exploits, you have all of these options here. You could create a custom, well, basically a portal with a custom message. And then you have all these other things. You could change pedestals, which is pretty cool. Well, if you're a troll, I should say. If you're in an avatar world and there's a bunch of pedestals that you can click to change into the custom avatar that's public, you could basically just paste in a different avatar ID and it'll change it for everybody. So it's kind of just trolls the world, I guess. Now, if you have a specific client, which I think Teal client and Notorious, I think Notorious may have patched it, but there's an issue where if you click on this, it basically drops some messed up portal or something like that, which then for specific clients that I mentioned, those ones might be patched, but there's other clients that basically will give you the error sound if you click this. There's also these other things here too, that you can do. I'm gonna head over to safety. You have all these protection buttons here. You have RPC protection, use speak protections, ping spoof FPS. This is pretty much all self-explanatory. One that I do want to demonstrate is get off my head. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna demonstrate it, because I think loading music, I don't want to be DMCA'd, so I'm not gonna click on that. But basically what this button does is when you click it, if somebody basically on all clients now, they have a feature where people could just basically attach to you. You guys probably had it happen where they're attached to your head or inside you, and you walk around and people are just stuck on you. Now, if you were to click on get off my head, it's very useful, because when you select it, when somebody's attached to you, it basically teleports you to very, very far in the world, which will disallow people from opening their quick menu on VRChat. So basically when you select it, they can't open their quick menu. It rejoins the world, so they're not attached to you. So all they can do is restart the game to get back into the game. So it's kind of like a good little thing to have if people are harassing you by attaching to you. You can also delete portals. We have options in here too, which you can select these. You can change your custom ping FPS. I'm gonna head over to media. You have your basic media controls for Spotify or whichever media app you're using. I'm gonna go back. I'm not gonna select instance history, so you guys don't see my instance IDs, but um, that's just a quick, easy history for your past worlds you visited if you want to quickly go back to them. We have functions, which changes to a custom or to a random cat here. You could clear your center console, which is on the launch pad, your melon loader console, change the window title. Basically, I think just allows you to change the name of the window title right here. Also, VRChat priority, I believe just changes the priority state, so you don't have to go in task manager, which can basically improve your performance. You could uncap your FPS, so I have mine capped to 60 in my NVIDIA software, but basically you could just go higher than 90, which is default on VRChat. You have log, pickup owner, Russian roulette, which is basically restarts your game or something like that. You can save your friends to a file in case if you get banned and you want to re-add them again. You have your player list toggle there, mute quest users. We have options here, which basically you can change the height of this top bar here, which you could lower it here. And for it to go in effect, you do have to rejoin the world, which is why you don't see it move when I do that. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go to skyboxes. Now this one's really cool because there's a lot of worlds that have custom skyboxes, obviously. And you could basically just change it to basically whatever you want. These are preset ones they have here. You could also reset it. But if you do have a custom picture that you want as a skybox, I believe you can post in the Citra Discord, and they will generate you a custom skybox that you could basically use on the client. I'm gonna go back here. We got pickup viewer, which this basically just allows you to interact with pickups. So I could, oops, I didn't want to do that. Like if I were to click on wine, you can see the wine drop there, bear. You could just basically interact and basically summon them without actually picking them up. You could go back here, you have Udon Viewer, which basically allows you to manipulate any of the Udon events if it's a Udon world. So basically what you can do with this is, let's say for example, there's a world, I believe it's called like Sovereign's Chill Place or something like that. But they do have Udon events for teleporting into different rooms. Now, I know you could basically be a troll, and if the world has a teleport Udon event, you could just spam it, and everybody in the world will leave wherever they're at, and it'll basically teleport them elsewhere. And you could also nuke it, which will nuke every single Udon event. I don't think there's really much Udon events in this world that are really noticeable. I know like the movie world and some other worlds, it's very noticeable if you nuke it. There's also target crash, which is pretty cool because you could select one person if you want to crash them, but you can also select multiple. So if there's more people here, you could just select them. Now if you go back and go back again, it'll refresh and basically shows that you have them highlighted. Now I'm not suggesting you guys to crash anybody. I'm not toxic. This is me. This is my bot. This is a bot. This isn't a real player, by the way. But you do need to set your own custom avatar ID for the crasher. And then you select clap there for it to initiate. I'm not gonna crash it because nothing instantiates for my bot, so it's not gonna die. But you also have keybinds here as well, which these are the functions for these keybinds. You could also select them. You could just basically change it to whatever, which is pretty cool because there's not a lot of clients that allow you to change their keybinds. I believe Notorious doesn't allow you. Correct me if I'm wrong. That pretty much wraps it up for this here. Now, if I were to select my bot here, there's a target menu button up here. You could target. You could select a plunger hat, which just basically forces the plunger on top of the person's head. Like I said, this is a bot, this isn't a random player. This isn't anybody. You could teleport on them, you could teleport all pickups, creepy pickups, which they just kind of move. You could force clone. Now, this allows you to force clone a public avatar with cloning off. This does not allow you to force clone a private avatar. That's not possible at all. on any client ever. And also you have reload avatar if you want to reload the person's avatar. Swastika hat, which I'm not going to demonstrate. You have log info, which when you click on it, it'll log it to your melon loader console down there. I'm not gonna open it because then you guys will see the real username that I have spoofed. But basically, it just has like your basic public VRChat info, like your user ID, username, avatar name. It's nothing like more than that. There's no IPs. There's nothing like that. It's not really that malicious. You have copy avatar ID, pickup orbit, which will orbit pickups around the player. You have pickup head swarm, which spams it on the head so they can't really see. You could attach to their foot, hand, head, whatever else, and then after you're done, you could just select stop on it. That pretty much wraps it up. Now, if you have a bunch of things running, you have an easy stop all button there. But that pretty much wraps it up for the client. You can see the debug here. Now, when people join and leave, you know, that will get logged there as well as other things. But yeah, you have your player list there. And this client is in beta. They're going to be adding more stuff to the client over time. I believe actually soon they're going to have an update, but this is basically how the client is right now. If you guys have any comments or questions, you know, drop it in the comments, or you can ask it in either my server or the client server. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the next video.